Hello and welcome to the Wrong Road Podcast. Christmas special. Hooray! I'm joined by Harley,
Hi.
Tom,
Hello, peoples of the internet.
Sam,
Hello.
and George.
Ho.
Yeah, ho.
Sorry, it's just
It's very fitting because this is the Christmas
That was good.
special.
We should have all done that.
Yeah. So this is a slightly different episode. We're still going to cover a bunch of railway topics, but George over here has a secret list of words, and if we say any of these words, we all have to drink. And we don't know what the words will be, so it's all on.
My
And
lord,
we all
is
have
probably one
we
of
all
them.
have completely different drinks.
Yes. So I'm over here with my vodka and Coke. Harley, what have you got?
I got vodka and Pepsi Max because Pepsi Max is God drink. Thank you.
All right, fair enough. Tom?
Well, I've got the only appropriate drink, which is a bottle of premium Somerset cider, obviously.
That is the proper railway drink there.
Oh yeah, God yeah.
And then Sam, what have you got?
God, Desperados.
So we've all got our drinks except
Is
George.
that how you say it?
That's how I've always said it.
Probably
I hope
not.
so.
No, probably not, but that's okay.
Well, how would you say it?
Desperados.
Desperado.
Desperados, not Desperados.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we cleared that up.
Yeah,
But,
that's very important podcast material.
Desperados. That just feels wrong. Desperados. Especially because it's like it's meant to be like. I'm not even gonna go there. It's probably gonna get me banned.
Up on your head.
So George isn't drinking, but he's going to regulate the words here.
And that's because I'm
He's-
ill.
Yeah, because he's ill.
So
And he's
I'm
gonna play-
talking minimally as well.
He's
I'm
going to
also
play a
ill,
sound.
but I'm gonna drink anyway. So
Every time we say one of the words, he's going to play a sound. Can we have an example of this, please? Perfect.
classic wine noise. There we go.
So yeah.
I should also provide some context and say that George is ill because unfortunately last week he was subjected to the sight of a Great Western steam engine, and upon seeing
more than
it,
one, right?
he was instantly went into shock, and he hasn't really been the same since. So hopefully he'll recover soon.
That is most people's
But
reactions.
it has been a week, and we're not holding our hopes high.
You know what?
We're trying to
No,
get
you know what?
more
I'm going to count
views.
that. I'm going to count that.
Let me guess.
Uh-oh.
Great Western Erector.
No.
I'm not going to disclose.
Well,
Oh,
He
okay.
didn't.
It's definitely
Yeah,
Great
yeah.
Western.
What you said, Sam, but the actual word.
Okay. Well, I've just
What's the
There
actual
we go.
word?
First drink, guys.
hearty couple blokes there.
What was the
Nice
actual
glove.
word? What do you
Hearty
think?
couple of
He
good.
said, the actual company, Sam.
I didn't say Erector.
He didn't.
Yeah,
he
he
didn't.
said
He
the
didn't say the full name. He just said the first two words.
Yeah, well, George
He
said he'll
never
count
said
it.
railway.
So, George said
okay.
he'll count it.
I
So
already
Let's not
decided.
get down with who said what to who.
I think you'll find I'm the referee around here.
yeah, George gets to decide. He's got the list. Oh, I should add, he's also got a bingo card which has not all the words but some of the words on it. And whoever completes a line on the bingo card has to drink.
To be fair, though, I'm surprised Great
themselves.
Western Erector isn't one of them.
And if we complete the whole card, unlikely. But if we do, then we all have to drink a shit ton, I guess. I don't know.
That's fine. I'll refill my pint glass. So I'm fine with that.
All right. So first topic is a general catch up. But we'll start with Harley because he's been dying to tell us about his trip to Spain. So
Well, I haven't been
Please.
dying. I wouldn't be
You
here
have.
if I've been dying to tell you.
you've been
But-
dying.
We have been dying. We talk about it that way.
Okay. Spain is nice. That's it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No, I'm joking. Spain was very nice.
Yeah.
Barcelona
hot?
kind of smells of bins.
Right.
Because they don't have wheelie bins, they just have communal like big street bins. Because obviously it's a very popular
Oh,
place.
lovely.
So, but they must have some sort of chemical in them because they really smell.
Oh yeah.
You really smell it. And I also saw some guy urinating in between them in broad daylight. So
Are you sure you didn't go to London?
yeah,
Yeah.
but
God,
really, I should really talk about the railway related side of it.
Yeah, probably.
Well, now we've got the utilities out of the way.
Yeah. No, really nice place. Really nice place. I had a great time. So, wonderful place to go. Wonderful place to visit. Highly recommend it.
Yeah, sounds great so
Ryanair-
far.
Ryanair flights, not bad at all. Take a backpack, shove it under the seat in front of you. Plenty of room for stuff. It's fine. It's fine. I know Ryanair gets a bad rep, but it really wasn't that bad. Anyway, so the metro.
hmm
Metro. I walked in and I went, this smells just how I remember metros smell. It reminded me of when I went to New York when I was 10. And
Lovely.
same smell, same smell.
really, I'd expect a European
Metro
metro to smell better.
Sam, believe it or not, it's just the
Honestly,
same smell of brake dust and hot air, pretty much. I think that's the best way to describe it. I don't
Oh,
really
but there's no urine in the air or
actually,
vomit
no,
or.
no.
Oh, that's an improvement then. Improvement over the tube even.
That's not bad. Yeah, the metro's very quick, very efficient. The trains are
You'd
quite
hope.
frequent. The trains are nice. Well, they're mostly nice. One of them was running like Windows XP
Oh yeah.
for the onboard advertising system, which I did think was pretty funny, and it was broken.
That is pretty funny. Is that what you
how-
sent a photo of?
Yeah. I wonder how easy it is to
Didn't it-
hack their because Windows XP doesn't
Windows
get security.
XP is 100% is like actually, and not joking, still the most stable Windows ever made. That's why a lot of people didn't move on from it.
How secure is it these days?
It's not secure, but it's stable.
Well, exactly, that's the issue. But I
But,
guess I'm guessing if you're trying to hack a metro unit, you probably got to plug a laptop into it somewhere. So I don't know what you're gonna do.
You just put up a laptop in the USB port.
But
And you
yeah,
just
the
hack the whole metro.
the weirdest thing to me is on some of the trains, instead of pressing a button to get off a door, to get out, to open the door to get out,
Yes.
it's got a little latch that you got to push towards the middle of the door, and then the door
Right.
opens. But not on
That
all
is
of them.
bizarre.
It's very weird.
What do the others
They
have?
also have
buttons?
open gangways, so you could see all the way down the train. And on one of the trains, we're going through the tunnel, and from the side of the train, it projected adverts onto the tunnel wall. I thought that was actually really,
What?
that was really
That's
cool.
high tech.
It was like little lasers, so it's not that high tech because you wouldn't use it.
Capitalism on steroids.
Yeah,
Dude,
literally.
Cyberpunk 2077.
It was nice. For getting around a city of that size, because Barcelona is way bigger than you think it is. Perfect. Perfect system. It's great. And you got a ticket that gave us 10 trips. And if
10
you
trips.
change within a station, you don't register more trips. It's still one trip, so it's quite good actually.
Nice. Pretty
Yeah,
cool.
honestly, great. And then I went train spotting, kind of.
Of course you
I got
did.
given a half an hour train spotting allowance when I was there because my girlfriend. And we turned up to this place. I filmed one train because I felt awkward, even though Lucy was like, "You don't know anyone, so you don't have to feel awkward at all." And I saw a double-decker train, which I've never seen one before.
My lord.
My lord.
That is hellfire.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. It was nice to just see like a railway system I don't see usually, and just look at it and be like, "That's kind of cool,"
Yeah.
So yeah,
Did you actually
that's
go
where
on any normal trains or just the
No.
metro?
just the metro.
It's
So
unfortunate.
that's my review of Barcelona. Smells slightly of bins, but it's lovely.
Perfect.
That should be the title of this podcast, I think, to be honest.
Yeah.
Smells slightly of
This
bins.
episode.
Smells slightly of bins. That's a good title.
But yeah, there you go. That's my Barcelona metro review.
Well, there we go. There's Harley's
And we know
experience.
bins are not a trigger word, so that's good.
Yeah, glad we ticked that off.
Or Barcelona metro.
No.
Oh my lord.
Why wasn't that on the list? God. Definitely should have thought of that.
Yeah, Harley would be fucked now.
Yeah, I already am.
Do you want to look at the model stuff? Tom?
Yeah. Can do.
You
So
are
there's
the
been
model guy because George is dead.
well, I do work in the industry. um,
Oh boy.
No,
There he
there
goes.
resembles track.
yes, and many other things. Thank you very
Yeah.
much, Samuel.
Oh, wagon
Um,
kits.
So there's been another weird, random, last-minute announcement from Pac-Man going, "Oh yeah, by the way, we're making all the Festineo Quarry Hundlets, and they're out
pretty
now
mega.
for 200 quid," which is a bit of a
That's not
kick in the
mega.
nuts,
Really?
because we were thinking about making some in conjunction with Kato like we had with the small league ones, but that's obviously out the window now. So they've done some obviously without the pony truck, so the early preservation ones and the steam era ones without the tenders and with the tenders. But I just don't understand why Pac-Man keep one, announcing all these really expensive models in the middle of a huge recession, and two, just they keep having all these things in tooling for years and years, and then announcing them at the last minute. Like that 37 had been in tooling for 7-8 years, and then they just suddenly released it. And
Yeah,
it
they
looked
know,
like they were
they
trying
know
to
that in
copy
the current
Purista.
market, they can't let other people know what they're up to. Not with a certain.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. But then I feel like I know these have been really popular with the Quarry Hunters because everyone wants them. But I feel like in the long term that people aren't going to be able to afford to just randomly spot buy all these models when they know when other stuff is coming out a bit better than them. So I don't think it's a great business model. I'm not a big fan of them doing it, but that's what they've done anyway. And they do look very nice.
Are we expecting a TT gauge Quarry Hunslet now?
Well, it's Pac-Man, isn't it? So probably not.
Yeah.
And then there was that 159 that you lot were wetting yourselves over for 300 quid or whatever it was.
159 is a true.
159.
Oh, you say it again. So,
Is that
and Sam
fine?
said it. So that's 3 times.
Oh.
3 swigs, guys. Cheers for that.
You could have not said anything, Aaron. It would have been better.
Half my drink's gone already.
I kind of wanted a swig, to be honest. So I do apologise. I'm a snitch.
Great, now you've got to talk through the segment without saying what train it is.
Yeah. So what are they producing, Tom?
I can tell you. I can
no.
tell you what they're producing. They're producing the Southwestern Turbo. There you go.
Turbo.
That's not a
Yeah.
turbo.
Did you say?
No. They are
Say-
referred to as Southwestern Turbos.
What?
They are.
Oh, okay.
How was turbo not a single word? I'm sorry. What?
Here's how I would describe it. They are
Yes.
producing
Well, I'll add it if you want, Tom.
a DMU in Southwestern Railway livery, which, there you go, that's all you need to say, because there's only one
They're
DMU in
producing a what?
Southwestern Railway livery.
Oh, that's true.
Actually, technically speaking, there is 2.
They're producing
well,
a what, George?
No, I'm not saying it. I nearly said it again.
No, you said something. But George missed it, so we're good.
100 plus
What,
59.
what did he say?
You
Because they
missed
have the
I was too busy adding turbo to the list.
Sprinter Express units that are designed for use in 2 car sets, and the
it. What was that?
Sprinter Express units designed for 3 car sets.
Yeah, but I do love 100 plus 59.
You're missing stuff, George.
No,
I'm not.
that
'Cause
doesn't
no one
count.
said anything.
Yeah, I didn't say it.
Sam said Sprinter twice.
You decided against putting Sprinter on the list, so I'm not
Oh,
having
I
it.
thought you had. Oh, okay. Fine.
Sprinter was never the word. It was
You
the
like-
actual tag.
No one ever says it, and Sam's just said it about 3 times.
Yeah, but I have to say it. You put the class number on the list, and I have to say Sprinter.
I'll
I think
count.
we did
I'll
it,
count.
like,
I'll
so-
count Harley trying to get around it by saying 159.
Perfect.
I said 100 plus 59.
Still, you trying to get around it?
All right. So, who's producing these? Sorry. That's
Pac-Man on behalf of Kerno is an exclusive.
Yeah.
I think there's.
Okay.
I don't know how many there is. I think it's
Just
1,000.
interrupt, because you, Aaron, saying who's producing it just made me think. The company that we don't like is probably on the list. And the CEO of that company is almost definitely on the list, knowing George.
right.
It's
This is
just
true.
I'd highly recommend you don't mention his name.
So Simon Kohler
The,
from Albany is my favourite guy.
No!
Oh, that's 2 drinks.
Say,
Cheers.
Harley
Oh,
wants to
is
get
that-
drunk, clearly.
Is that 2 or 1, George?
Those 2.
I knew it. They're both on the list.
You mean Simone from Horny?
Yeah.
Horny trains.
I'm not allowing you to try and get around it by trying to
Oh,
say like
come
Horny
on.
and Simone.
Bruh. Alright, that's some more drinks.
Oh, have you know? I
My
bought
favourite
a
band is
Facebook. I bought a model on Facebook of horny coaches the other day. So really real.
That's true. People do accidentally mistype said company.
No.
So
I've seen a horny Eurostar on Facebook.
I'm not gonna let you try and miss letters out of words. That doesn't
What if
count.
I'm trying to call it sexual?
And
yeah,
for,
how are
and
we going
for-
to say the words
you
that
don't.
we've just been saying?
it
We need to say it.
makes it
What if
challenging.
we're
doesn't it?
very blank?
What if we
for our-
what if we start talking about the Yuri S15
You're gonna have to just drink,
railway
can't you?
between Alton and Alsford, because I definitely can't say the name of it. I definitely can't say the number. What if I'm talking about that locomotive?
Thanks to everyone for listening to our podcast, but we've just turned into alcoholics. So thanks for listening.
Did we finish covering the
Oh, we haven't finished covering the Southwestern Sprinter. Okay.
yeah?
The Southwestern
We just
I
call it a
wanna
Sprinter.
be angry about the price. It's too expensive.
Right. So how much is it?
It's like 400 quid.
Yeah, and I
Oh,
don't
it's
think it looks
minimum.
very nice. I think it looks really plasticky.
I thought it looked all right.
I know it's a free car DMU and 2 ends are driven, blah blah blah. But 400 quid? No.
Both ends are driven and synced with each other.
Oh,
It doesn't.
Wow.
That's a
It's
bit
quite
excessive
They have
when it's only a
DCC,
3 car. Because if you had a 6 car, that's like 4 driven units, and you just don't. That's just going to drain all the
oh,
power.
it's gonna accelerate like the real thing. It's a 6 car.
No, it
formation.
won't, because if you, in my experience, if you have multiple drive systems, it just drains all the power, and then it doesn't go very fast. That's what happens with like the Garretts and that. And when
I
you have
imagine,
double-headed trains or
especially-
Pullman trains.
I imagine, especially if you use that on analog, that's going to probably be problematic.
Yeah, if you have DCC and you have a feed wire to every single piece of track
Oh,
that
yeah,
has to do with
absolutely.
DCC, otherwise it doesn't fucking work, then it'll probably be fine.
So it's expensive. Is that the takeaway?
Very expensive.
Yeah, basically.
Very expensive. Hmm. But imagine, Holly, you could get a 9-car unit.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend
How much would that
1,200
be?
quid.
Yeah.
Well, if you sell the Micra and the Civic, you can probably afford it.
And you sell
Civic yet, so
Yeah, when you buy it.
all your current model trains.
Yeah, buy it, then sell it. God, what an idiot.
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah, but
Obviously,
it's a
what else are you gonna do?
It's a
God.
fully functioning vehicle. You could probably get $1,000 for it these days.
doubt, heavily doubt.
It's got service history and everything, isn't it?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's a
Um,
response.
Anyway,
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it's expensive. It's being made by Bachmann. Anything else to be said?
Who's Blackman a competitor of?
Can we just call? Can we just call?
run out of
Yes.
beverage already.
We should
got
just
more?
call them
Please go on.
Bachman's shit competitor,
Oh,
and then we'll
yeah,
call
Bach-
the
Yeah.
other one Bachman's good competitor. I don't know if we can say that.
Wait,
either. Probably-
who's the good competitor? I don't even know.
Begins with A.
Right.
Oh, the one who tells you we haven't done anything productive in this podcast. So sorry, everyone. All we've done is ramble.
Shall we segue on to my review of War?
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about Wally.
Okay,
Is
so
it only Tom that went
I'm
to
actually,
Wally?
yeah, I'm actually the only one that went to Worley
I
because of the
was
train
thinking-
strikes. We were going to get the train, but we had to drive thanks to the strikes. That was great.
Oh, everyone's-
So obviously it hasn't been held since 2019. I did go to the 2019 one, and it was very good. This time it was pretty good. The catering was a lot better as well. One thing I would say is the layouts were, and this is not me being favourite because this is my local show and I know the organisers, but I would say the layout display, or sort of the layouts that they had, the amount of layouts as well, were not, and the size of them were not anywhere near as good as the Taunton show that we had in October. There was probably at least 30 layouts there, and they had some big ones like the Shap one, and some really good N00 stuff, and that huge Australian one as well. And I think Wally, I wasn't that enthralled by the layouts. A lot of them were quite small, and of course the viewing areas were quite small, so they were really overcrowded. It was difficult to see all of them. I definitely didn't see all of them, especially not the best ones. But it was a good show. I got some nice deals. It was good to see a lot of prototypes on new model stands. And it was typical because obviously I worked for a model manufacturer, and they were the first people pretty much right by the door that were waving at me when I went in, which is quite funny. And then we also managed to get featured in some social media video live footage from a popular Margate-based model railway manufacturer.
Oh,
And-
you mean Bachmann's competitor? Bad competitor.
Yes, that's the one.
That one. Yeah.
And another British-based UK model making manufacturer were giving out stickers. One of my friends, who's a volunteer at the WSR, he started sticking those stickers on all of the rival manufacturers' cabinets, which was quite funny. So you could sort of tell where he'd been. They were on all the
That's quite
rivals
funny.
ones. And Model U were doing the scanning of people. So one of my friends got scanned, and his model's been painted and sent to him, I think. But it was quite expensive. It was like 50, 60 quid to get scanned and have it painted and sent to you. So he was the only one of us that went for that. But yeah, it was a pretty good show
Yeah.
overall. It was quite good. But yeah, the layouts at our show were better, I hate to say.
What was the big display?
The big display.
Yes.
The centerpiece.
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
the centerpiece. Yeah,
The engine that's being
It was,
built at a certain railway in Worcestershire. I'm
Yeah.
falling into that.
you're being very careful. It was this standard 3, isn't it? Standard 3 from Severn Valley Railway.
I can neither confirm or
Mm.
deny.
Well, I just said it, so we're fine.
Did you
Oh,
catch
that's
the
all right
one
then. Yeah,
halfway
was
through
there.
Tom's thing there?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it said
Tom-
it was either Australian or huge.
There's no way it's Australian or huge.
I think you
Well-
need to turn the volume up because I can't hear it when you do
Well,
it.
it was 00.
Oh, you
That's
just
why
We're
told
not
us,
allowed
okay,
to
fine.
disclose.
I didn't even hear it when I was talking to him.
Surely we said that when we were
I
talking
drank.
about
Somehow
the sprinter.
You somehow didn't.
Yeah, we could have been
Yeah,
talking
we
about
definitely-
no gauge 1. We could have been talking about N-gauge 1. You never know. But
Oh, really?
Bruh. That's a swig. Mm.
But yes, a very
Alright,
good show
so-
overall. There was one aisle that was quite cramped. I think just because it had the best sales stands.
Right.
But
Was it
yeah,
a
it was a
tailgate,
pretty good show. They also spelt exhibition wrong on the banner, which I did get
No
a
way.
video of. If anyone see my reel on Instagram, that's quite funny. They missed an eye out. That was that was quite funny. But yeah, pretty good show. I was going to go and see Old Clun Castle on the festive tour it was doing, and, but of course there were strikes.
Oh,
So it wasn't running.
no. I checked the list there.
Oh.
There's one there. There's one there. You said one in that sentence.
I dodged one. I definitely dodged one there. But Clun Castle, as we know, is cursed. Four times now I've tried to see it.
Said it again.
Alright,
That's
well.
two.
Well, it's not strikes.
I'm assuming it's Clon
I thought
Castle.
it was strikes.
Oh,
Yeah.
and he said it again.
Cheers, Harry. Thanks for that.
Yeah, but is it Clun? No.
Oh, we figured out the word now.
Well, it's definitely the large buildings that people built in olden times.
In olden times.
Thanks, Sam, for the high quality description there.
Well, that is my Wally review 2022 over.
Hooray.
Well,
Well, that's all the model stuff covered already. Thank God for that, honestly.
Cheers, mate.
But Tom, did you go on Avanti to get there, or
No,
Oh.
we had to drive.
okay?
You literally said that.
Because
was
we-
like, are you a muppet?
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. Well, we were going to talk about our Avanti West Coast experiences. Tom, I don't know
Yes.
if
Yes,
you
I'll
have-
let- do you want to go first, or?
No, you go for it because I
Oh,
don't really
okay,
got much to
so-
say.
This was like 2 months ago. As I said, I was supposed to be on a rail tour with the aforementioned steam locomotive, but that was
Yes,
obviously
that
cancelled because
locomotive
I was
ran by vintage
because
trains.
because they knew
Which
that I was
locomotive?
within a 50. They knew that I was within the locomotive that is named after a building that they used to build in olden times, I believe.
Yes. Clun.
So
Something.
no, oh for fuck's sake!
No,
Oh no, you
Clun's
nearly
fine,
said it.
I think.
Oh, that's fine. So yeah, obviously they worked out that I was within a 50-mile radius of Birmingham and dropped the fire, so it couldn't run. So me and Tom just did like a bashing tour of the northwest, kind of, and then ended up in London. But one night we went up from London on an Avanti service with a Pendo. And the funny
My
thing
lord.
about London Euston, if you've never been there, is everyone obviously goes into that big famous like departure hall with the big clock on the walls. There's Euston in silver letters, and it looks really nice. And they all just stand there waiting for the platform allocations, even though the trains have been sat there for half an hour.
Yeah, because they don't fucking announce
So
them,
you
do
can just
they?
go, and there's no gates, so you can just go on RTT and see what platform the train's on, find the unreserved coach, and just grab a table before anyone else gets on, which is brilliant.
Yeah.
So if anyone's getting a train from Euston, do that, because you'll save yourself loads of hassle.
Euston is weird
we
though,
got on like,
because you just walk out onto all the platforms.
yeah, it's quite bizarre. It's like, it feels
They're just
really
there.
huge
Like
under there.
you walk in
Hmm.
and there's just all the platforms right in front of you. It's so weird. Like there's no like
Yeah, it is a bit strange.
general area. Well, there is, but
I mean, you know, I can't really class it as one of my favourite London termini because it doesn't feature a popular pub chain that I'm quite well known for visiting. So
Spoons.
yeah, but we went up to Birmingham on this Pendo, and I had quite an interesting chap sat next to me because obviously we had a table, so two people sat next to me. The chap opposite was just on a laptop the whole night, didn't really say a lot. The chap next to me was drinking actually the same beer that Sam was drinking.
Oh.
And he kept going to the toilet a suspicious amount. You know, like it started to get noticeable. You know, it was only like an hour and a half journey. I didn't feel the need to use the restroom in that time, but this chap did quite a few times, and I have a feeling that it was not a toiletry business that he was indulging in. And
Bog.
he was on the phone when we were coming into Birmingham, and he said something like, "Oh, what was it? Oh, I can't say that. I'm on a train. Yeah, are you up for a little love triangle tomorrow?" And I was like, right.
What? You had not informed us of this.
I don't know
Right,
whether it
Lord.
was a or a moment or whatever, but yeah, that was pretty-
he was talking about you, Tom.
yeah, probably.
Yeah, you were going to be part of the love triangle.
I know he was going to a gig in Birmingham. I don't know of what band or performer or whatever. But yeah, that was my Avanti experience.
That's quite the
It was
experience.
very late, and it didn't get cancelled, unlike most Avanti services. So I think we were quite lucky. Yeah, definitely.
I was going to mention is the seating because both times I've sat next to a random person.
Yeah,
it's pretty shit. But
it does feel pretty cramped on a Pendo, just like a Voyager, really.
why is every single train just packed?
It was.
And the weird thing was the train like emptied at Runcorn. Like it was so bizarre.
That's strange.
That seemed like such a strange location, but my train just emptied at Runcorn when I was heading to Liverpool. Like everyone got off,
weird.
and then it was like
'Cause we
empty
did
to
a-
Liverpool, so
We did a train from Crewe to Liverpool, or no, not Liverpool, Manchester, the day after that, and like that just filled up at Manchester Airport, and it was proper bursting when we got to Piccadilly, which is one of the worst design stations ever, as everyone knows. It has that huge bottleneck, which is the island platform on the side, and then all these terminus platforms that like no one uses.
Yeah,
And I've never seen so many people. There's more people in Manchester than I think I saw in all of London on Friday. It was ridiculous.
I've been there and I've been on that island platform, and it's it's okay because they have a system to cool you down when your train's coming.
Yeah.
They have the departure screen that tells you when to go down to the platform. But we went down to that platform, and this is the Manchester to Liverpool route on a Saturday night. And what turns up from EMR? 2-car 158.
my lord, that's
Brilliant.
hellfire.
You never guess what?
Yeah, we were in the 319, and it was so packed when we got off. It was
Absolutely rammed. It was rammed, absolutely rammed.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really want to go to Manchester again. No offense to any Mancunians that are listening.
I did go on the Metrolink. Metrolink was alright.
Oh yeah.
We need to mention the tilting on the.
I
Did you go
annoyingly,
over the
my
tilting?
experience was in the dark, so I didn't
Ah.
feel any tilt whatsoever. I'm afraid.
Right.
Yeah, but we did get
the
stuck
whole
behind another
experience, though.
train between Milton and Coventry, so we weren't doing line speed the whole way. I assume we hit 125 at some point, but I don't know when it was. Probably between London and Milton, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, I was just like, oh, that feels a little weird. That's pretty much it. And my Coke started moving across the table, which was pretty epic.
I've done
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
through to Liverpool on a Pendolino, and it was empty, and it was quite nice actually because it was empty. I think it was
You're
better.
lucky,
No one on the train.
definitely.
Yeah.
And it was honestly.
Well, yeah. I mean, who'd want to go to Liverpool? Am I right, Harley?
Well, we literally went there,
That's
went to
true.
the station, and then got back on the train, went back to Crewe. So
Honestly, yeah, Tom, that's going to be a problem because you're going to have to go there to go to the spoon someday.
Yeah. How are you going to do every spoons in the country if you don't go to Liverpool?
I'll leave that one to the last one because that's probably the one where I have the least chance of survival. So I'll probably have to leave that till the end. I'll have done it,
that's
but I won't
understandable.
live to see the other side. That's
And-
my
and-
commitment.
and-
You'll die happy.
To be fair, though, with all the spoons experience you have already, you should be more than prepared for the Liverpool environment.
Oh yeah, the charred one
Yeah,
alone,
yeah.
more than prepared
Sounds
for
right.
that.
Sounds right. Actually. Sounds right. Actually. You would have had all of the training building up to that being the final boss battle, the Liverpool Spoons.
Yeah, charred and Yeovil, I would say.
even just the Sturdick and the William Dampier should be enough.
Yeah, for sure.
Has anyone been? Who else has been to Liverpool Lime Street?
No.
Harley, you have, haven't you?
yeah, I've been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It
didn't go
it's
as far as
really-
Liverpool.
It's very bizarre because it just reminds me of an airport because they just have the area of just like chairs.
It's
You know how you have like, go on.
It's a little bit weird.
You know how you
Oh,
have
one
like
thing
lines
actually-
of chairs like airports. It was just like that.
One thing I was going to ask you
Very
guys,
bizarre.
because you've gone to Liverpool, is it bad for diesel fumes? Because I read a report from one of the guys who was on DP1, the original Deltic prototype, and that was tested, and they used to have to turn it off rather than leaving it idling at the station because the clag was so bad. Obviously, that is a very claggy diesel, and modern stuff's not too bad. But were the fumes bad under there?
No.
Woo! 2 strikes.
Wait,
Way!
I don't even know what you said.
It was Clag, I think.
I didn't say clag. I said fumes.
You said clag?
You said clag. You said clag
Yeah,
but you
and
wouldn't get-
claggy.
Did I? I thought I said
Yes.
fumes.
You said
You've lost
you said-
control of yourselves.
Yeah, but clag's a bit of an obvious one to put on the list, isn't it? Really.
Well, you
Well,
said
it's
it.
still on the list, so take.
yeah,
a
but I mean,
drink,
if Hornby's
champ.
on the list, anything can be on
Oh,
the list.
Oh,
Say
no.
no.
Another 2 swigs completed. 3 actually. So I forgot. what we were
Anyway, you
talking
didn't
about.
answer the question, Aaron.
What was the question?
Oh, I can't say it again, can I? We'll have to take that.
Oh, about the fumes. What about the fumes, though? I don't understand.
Well,
Like under the roof.
did they hang on? Yeah, was it quite bad under the roof for
No,
fumes, or
no,
was
it
it
was
not
fine.
too bad?
I don't think
be
there was
fair,
much diesel stuff
Yeah,
there
there's
when
not-
I was there.
Not many DMUs in there.
Fair
Mm.
enough. I suppose there won't be many DMUs running there now.
No.
No. But yeah, that's our Avanti experience, I suppose. What do we want to talk about next? Anyone?
Yeah, if you ride on an Avanti, you might get invited to a love triangle. Tom's top tips.
Yeah, top tips. Great.
That'll be a new segment.
Well, I think we should talk about the Christmas season or the winter season, and the Polar Expresses and various other winter trains, Santa specials. All the light trains. There's been a lot of light trains.
Ah, there we
Okay.
go.
Two
You
wasn't-
strikes.
You wasn't careful at all. I segued around one of them, and you did. You just
I'm only
fucking went
really
straight
careful
in.
about the ones we know. All right, I think that's fair. Now we know it. Now we can be careful.
You wrote the bloody list.
George has added to it.
I've
now.
added to it.
And I forgot a lot of the stuff I put on there, but yes. Which winter event do we talk about first? Anyone? Harley, do you want to talk about the Polar Express because you love it so much? At South Devon? Huh?
What?
You love the Polar Express at South Devon so much?
It's right. It's pretty
Yeah.
good.
What did you want to say about it? You added it to the list.
It's pretty. I thought we were just talking about all of them. That's why I added it to the list.
I mean, the interesting ones.
Well, it's got Dinmore Manor and a pannier tank, both with chime whistles. So there you go.
Well, that is pretty cool.
Take that as you will.
I did our
Self-aware.
one 2 weeks ago with George, and it was great. Apart from the fact that it was so cold, the window steamed up every 10 seconds.
Yeah.
That is the problem.
But
'Cause-
everybody gets their own squeegee on each table
Yeah.
to wipe the window with.
What a luxury that was.
One of the South Devon had that as well.
Yeah, and Midhunts, same issue. But yeah, I don't think there's much they can do about that, especially with the steam heating on. So yeah, but the Cholsey, what's the full name of the railway? Cholsey and
Hopefully in Wallingford.
Wallingford.
yeah, their Polar Express. Last year they had an S160. This year, Small Prairie. A little bit different. I think the S160 is probably more fitting. But
Yeah, but all of them are broken apart from the one at Dartmouth.
that's true. I bet a lot of them would be around the Polar Expresses if there was any actually working.
Yeah, which is rare.
Yeah. But yeah,
Because they're like
also-
they're like amazed that these engines that were built in the war that were supposed to last about 5 years haven't lasted 70 years for some reason.
yeah, God knows why.
Yeah, it's almost like they were built badly and cheaply.
But the set of coaches they have at Cholsey as well is pretty mega because they've got a couple Mark 1s. They've hired in a Mark II and also 2 Teaks because
Oh,
I
why
don't
not?
think I've seen any pictures of that set.
What do you say,
Mark-
Harley?
There's no Mark IIs in it.
Yeah, there is, isn't there?
Oh, there's one from Mid Norfolk. There's a Mid
Yeah.
Norfolk Mark II in it, but like
Yeah.
not like an aircon Mark II, like an original Mark II, like with open
Still
windows.
Mark II.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
you
Mark 1, Mark II, and Teaks in the same set is pretty mega.
interesting. There's a Gronk on the other end.
And a Gronk, yeah. Top and tailed with a Gronk, which is just
The more
epic.
interesting thing is the fact the Small Prairie's got like a fake snowplow on it and bell.
Yeah, that's true. We should mention the fact that all of the Polar Expresses they just fit like American shit to UK locos, like the cow catchers and the
Cowcatcher.
the
Although I'll tell you
bells.
one thing they don't have that American locos have is a bell that rings constantly at all times. For
Mm,
some reason in America that's a requirement whenever you're like in an urban area.
it's only slightly annoying,
Yeah.
but yeah, they're all fitted out to look American, which is just kind of cursed, isn't it? Really?
Why wouldn't you want to look American?
like-
What a great country.
The Spa Valley Railway split is like 7 square, which definitely does not look American.
You can tell the drink's kicking in, can't you, George?
What was that, Harley?
Said
Spa
Spa
Valley
Valley,
is-
is using 257 Squadron, which definitely doesn't look American.
Yeah, probably the furthest thing you can get from
What are you on about? It's got American wheels
yeah,
and
yeah,
an American firebox door.
that's true. And it's got a bell on the front now, so I'm assuming. But yeah, Polar Express is pretty cursed. They kind of came out of nowhere, didn't they? Kind of just happened after COVID. Like all the Santa specials. It used to just be Santa specials everywhere, pretty much. Also, the trains that have Christmas decorations on the side also kind of came out of nowhere. Because it was literally, I feel like every railway did Santa specials. Like,
Yeah, and then they
2 years ago.
decided to stop doing Santa specials.
Yeah.
I mean,
Pretty
we still
much.
do.
Well, some railways still do, yeah. East Links is a railway that still does Santa specials.
Yeah,
Their
that's
Santa specials have been. I was
We
going
did
to say they're
Santa
mega.
Express.
but
We did Santa Special and Santa Express. Santa Special got scrapped. Santa Express continued.
yes, this is West Somerset we'll talk about here. But
Oh, I knew
Oh,
that was going to be
dear.
one. That's why I
Oh,
didn't fucking
dear.
say it.
I had to clarify.
Aaron, you're falling into all the traps
I had to
tonight.
clarify. I'm actually kind of scared about the bingo. I forgot about the bingo. The bingo could be coming up by now.
He's probably
You
gonna
give
get
us a
one.
status report on the bingo.
Surprisingly, the bingo has been. You've managed to avoid many of the words that are on the bingo, but
Okay.
there are a couple of patterns you have created leading towards a line.
How many
Oh,
have
let
you
me
picked
add
up?
because I've just
I'm not
determined
going
something
to tell
that's
you how
almost.
many you need.
I've determined something that's almost definitely on there is blowing off.
No.
No,
Right.
that's really surprising. What about toads? Right.
For God's sake, Sam.
Thanks, Sam. Cheers for that.
Cheers, everyone.
I've just been. I'm not even paying attention. I'm just trying to figure out what's on there. At this point.
Right.
Sam's got a challenge of trying to ruin it, to make everyone drink.
I hope Sam gets a line and then he has to take
Yeah.
it.
I love that because it's so ironic because Sam has the least amount of alcohol out of all of us.
Yeah, he's just trying to get us to drink. He's got to run out.
Have we said thrash yet?
Oh,
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 come on,
sake,
Sam.
man.
Can
No, I
someone
can't
just
even say
mute
that.
Sam?
Another swig taken.
I really
Right.
thought we would have said that by now.
I'm surprised we haven't said that, to be fair. Yeah, East Lancs, Santa Specials. That's what we're about to talk about.
Every railway name is a gamble.
It's true. Should we just should we
I
have
am
a
wonder-
game?
I am
Let's-
wondering if your local railway is on there because I have alluded to it, but I haven't said.
Railway.
Let's have a game, guys. We all name a railway until we get one.
Midhants.
Foxfield.
You're trying to press the button.
Wait,
Are you kidding me?
you're-
Foxfield's on the list.
No,
yeah, it's definitely Foxfield that did that.
I know what I know. I got another one.
Go on.
Yeovil Railway Centre.
No.
No,
Ah,
that
well,
is shocking.
yeah, my favourite railway.
There's
shut
not
up.
very many. There's not very many railways on the list, to be honest.
How many in percentage have we gotten so far?
Most of them.
I know the one of
Most
them
of
that
them.
we've definitely missed. That's the Severn Valley Railway.
You've mentioned that already,
Have we?
I think.
Yeah,
Oh
we
no,
pretty
no,
much-
I'm stupid. I got it mixed up with the one I always get it mixed up with. The Swanage Railway.
No.
No.
I actually
There's not
don't know
very
what
many
other
railways
railways.
on. There's not very many railways on the list.
You're telling me
'cause
there's railways we haven't said
I
yet.
wasn't
Yeah.
expecting you to mention many. very many-
Glosswalks.
No, there's not very many railways on the list.
Yeah, but you said there's ones we haven't said. Which-
Sam, will you stop fucking
Yes.
saying words on the list and just do the podcast?
All right.
The Mid North
mean-
Polar Express is the most rateable Polar Express
Okay.
because it's diesel hauled only.
Oh my lord.
Wait, what?
What?
By
What's it
what?
hauled by?
33 and a 47
Why? Look, what?
Ooh,
Double
that is
barrels?
pretty
My
helpful.
lord.
with aircon Mark threes. As
How
opposed
can
to
you how can you make that better?
Mark threes. I mean, obviously they're aircon.
Bruh. How can they even call that a Polar Express?
It works.
Well, it's going to be really cold in there, so that's how they call it Polar Express.
Yeah, it's from the aircon. They're like, yeah, this is Polar Express.
You're going to go in there, it's going to be snowing.
I'm actually surprised they got a Polar Express contract that they don't even have a steam loco.
Aaron, it's not a contract. The company hires the railway. Come
Yeah,
on,
but
I told you this earlier.
You'd think they would hire railways that have the option to do steam.
They're just
Because
trying to get their reach out as far as possible. They're hiring railways where they need to get people.
pretty sure every other one has. Actually, no, I'm wrong. fucking, is it Seaton Tramway? One of the tramways
Tramway.
does a Polar Express. So I am wrong, actually.
Exactly.
They
They're just trying to get their reach out all over the country.
They
That's it.
literally get anything possible. So yeah, that's pretty mega. Can we go back to East Lancs Santa specials? Because we were about to talk about them and then we got caught up in saying words.
Got caught up in Sam's sabotage of the podcast.
Have you know, Aaron said, let's do a challenge where we say railway names. And I
Yeah,
that's
thought,
true.
I know it.
I was thinking we say them until we say one that's wrong, not we just start saying the ones that we think are wrong. But yeah.
What you mean until one was right? Wait. Until
No,
one was on the list?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
So
I got one
we got-
immediately then. I guess I
Yeah.
failed.
So you lose. But East Lancs, their Santa specials are pretty mega because they've got 7 coach trains, Southern van, and Dead's diesel loco on the back,
Oh, yes.
which is my lords.
I saw there was a running diesel. So.
Huh?
It
Yeah,
was-
well, yeah. I mean, the diesel wasn't assisting.
Oh. Yeah, well, see,
Like,
that was the
it
thing.
was-
That was when I saw a video and I was expecting to see a large Pacific on the other end of the train, and it was just an LMY tank. With a 50 on the other end and 7 coaches.
That is
they-
pretty mega, though. What is it? That tiny little
think so.
saddle tank?
Yeah.
It was the saddle tank. No way. They had that on the
Yeah.
Santa special. 7 coaches, Southern van, and a 50.
50.
That's mega. But
That's
yeah,
quite
they got some pretty mega Santa specials. They also have a peak running.
Do they?
Yeah, it was video I saw was City of Wales and the peak top and tailed.
Well, they obviously alternate the diesel, I guess.
Yeah, so that's pretty mega. And also, which is kind of sus, was one of their pacers was just running.
The only pacer I think they have, but I think they
Oh.
run that from Bury to Ramsbottom, where there's like Santa's Grotto. I don't know. I don't know how it works.
Don't tell me the pacer takes you to Santa's Grotto.
Like it's a shuttle.
Yeah, but you're going to tell me the pacer takes you to Santa's Grotto.
Why would
You
you
turn
not?
up to Santa's Grotto in a pacer.
Yeah.
That is horrific.
No,
I'm
it's
disappointed
perfect.
the pace is not on the list.
Yeah, you could have added it, but
It was too late now. I
It's
don't want
down.
to add things after you've said it.
yeah, that's fair. But yeah, that's pretty mega Santa specials. Yeah, we have one of the Christmas events left, and that is the one that the Midhants are doing, which is steam illuminations. What?
Oh.
I already knew that was one,
Wait,
you
what?
moron.
Wait,
Stop
what?
I tell you what,
It's
Aaron's horrendous
it's
tonight.
it's boiled water lit up trains.
What?
No,
I didn't see-
Mid Hans is one of them.
Oh, it was-
Oh,
That's literally the one that Sam lost on when he challenged him. To name
no,
it.
I thought you pinged Steam Illuminations 2 times earlier.
I'll ping Steam Illuminations as well because technically that's talking about a light train.
oh,
Right, you.
fine, fine. It's 2 drinks. Fine.
My second drink.
That's 3 drinks because you said a railway and lit up trains that boil water.
Yeah, that's 2. How's that 3?
Because I also said lit up trains that boil
for
water.
fuck's sake. Right, 3 drinks.
The Midland
Thanks,
light
Sam.
trains are very
Oh, yes.
No, you moron.
Yes, thank you so much.
That's fine. Don't say anything. He is.
The Hampshire Heritage Railway
I'm
trains on are very good.
The Alton Bank
Yes.
Railway.
The old
Alton Bank Railway. Yeah, they are doing. How do we say? They are doing trains that have
Alcohol in them.
no. They're doing
You've
trains
dodged it already before.
They are
You
doing
dodged it
trains
successfully before.
where they
I've
have
lit-
with Christmas decorations on the side.
yeah, with
Yes.
tinsel.
I don't
They
think
have
that-
tinsel all the way down the
Because
side.
Okay,
yeah,
I think
that's what-
we've established what the train is. Shall we
Trains
talk
that
about
boil
it?
water with light.
yeah, all right. So they are doing those.
Yeah.
We're going on one, which is going to be pretty epic. It's actually a party version, which is it's 18 plus. We're actually doing it after Christmas, but still going to be epic. But yeah, they just blast music and they have lights that flash, which is
Yeah.
epic. So yeah, it's pretty much just a rave. But the interesting point here is the railway in question have a lack of locos right now, so they hired in a loco.
The Alton Bank
help.
Railway.
The Alton Bank Railway hired in a loco to help, and they hired in none other than Didcot's finest, Lady of Legend, which
It's a
turned
bag
up-
of shit.
yeah, it's a bag of shit.
It's a bag of shit.
It turned
Not
up.
even, I don't even care. If you volunteer at Didcot and you listen to this, highly unlikely because you're probably up your own arse. But
Jesus.
it's a
Oh,
shit
right.
logo. I'm sorry.
Oh,
It's just
what?
okay.
Oh
Have
dear.
we said the name of the loco or I zoned out?
Yes, I said it. Lady of Legend.
Oh, but we haven't said the other name of it.
The
I'm gonna
other.
be honest.
Oh,
The
right.
name of the
Yeah,
class.
yeah.
I was about
it
to say it.
fails all the time because it's rubbish. Okay.
I was
And
getting to that point.
look, someone.
It's also rusty.
I'm going
Let's start with the fact that
I'm gonna go
it
on a
turned up
tangent. No,
dirty.
wait, Aaron, wait.
Okay.
We pointed out to someone that Pendennis Castle, another Didcot loco, was leaky, and they said it's because it's just entered service and they didn't have time to finish it. And I was like, I'll give them benefit of the doubt. 'cause, you
George
know,
just missed one.
because
That was
Shut up,
Pendennis
Sam.
Castle.
shut the fuck up, okay? Anyway, I gave them the benefit of the doubt. 3 months later, still leaky. Now I can't give you the benefit of the doubt anymore because it's just broken at that point, and you haven't fixed it.
Just shagged, didn't it?
It's run a suspiciously low amount as well this year, hasn't it? Considering all the fanfare when it came back, it hasn't really done a lot.
My other problem is Pendennis Castle has not been run in before they thrashed the tits off of it. It went
Yeah.
straight onto the demonstration line with the break in the roof.
There was a strike in that sentence.
Oh right. Yeah, I know.
Keyword.
You can't really run a loco in there though, can you?
You send it somewhere else, like sensible
It's true.
people.
Or they could at least run it for the first time gently rather than full power, full reg
Look,
it all the time.
and if anyone
I'm gonna count that.
We're gonna count full reg.
Let's be honest. I enjoyed my time when we went to Didcot. I actually enjoyed it. I did think there's a lot of interesting stuff there, and it's
Yeah.
nice.
It's a good museum.
I just don't like how they thrashed the tits off of it.
Nice, said it again.
I've run out of drinks.
You've run out
I'm
of
gonna
water.
run out soon.
I suppose I could make another one.
You better. You just caused us to fucking drink. So. Yeah, I think that's a fair point. I mean, the museum.
An update on the bingo is you guys are picking up a lot of X's on the bingo card as of late.
Great.
You were slow to start with. It's picking up now.
Can you tell us how close we are, or are you not going to do that?
I would like.
Reasonably.
I want to like Lady of Legend. Okay, I want to like it, but I just can't because it's shit.
It is Hellfire, I'll say that much, but it's just.
No. It's just loud like every Great Western logo. is.
Yeah, well, yeah.
As
Great
someone said,
Fuck's sake.
it's loud,
Fuck's sake.
but no one likes it.
But yeah, we should mention the fact that when it arrived at the Hampshire, the Alton Bank Railway, it was
The Hampshire Alton Bank Railway.
it turned up not only rusty, it had rusty smokebox door handles. It had what else was rusty on it?
Had a fire. It had the remains of a fire in it still.
It had the remains of a fire in it. It was still dirty. Like I know they apparently ran it like the day before it was sent. Why not take it off a day earlier and get it ready to go?
Yeah, they could have ran Pendennis Castle into the ground instead.
Yeah. So yeah, it turned up pretty shagged looking, and it turns out it is pretty shagged because it has failed multiple times. I read somewhere that it has failed pretty much every time it's ran. And the first time it ran, the what was it? Was it the Great? What was it? It was something to do with the firebox. As soon as it moved off the pit, it just broke. So yeah, pretty unfortunate. So the Hampshire Heritage Railway is still relying on two locos, pretty
Just a
much.
reminder: this is just our personal opinions.
Yep. These are not facts. These are not, Yeah, this
Look,
is just.
Great Western Locos, average at best. Okay?
Stop saying. Great.
Come on, we knew that was going to be on
I had
there.
to- I had
We
to
even
rapidly
talked about
unmute
that
there.
one, Harley. Fuck's sake.
Sorry. Sorry.
You've said that one twice now.
I think
in
I'm
this-
too far gone to even consider what I'm saying anymore.
That's the problem.
Sorry if I've offended anyone who volunteers at Didcot. Okay, I don't hate your locos. Please just treat them nicely. And I'll like
Yeah.
I'm not sorry, to be honest.
It's probably not like. I bet there's a
Anti-Didcot.
bunch of volunteers that are actually good with the locos, but then there's just. some
Yeah,
of
to be
them
fair,
which
they're
are-
probably on our side. They probably hate the others who treat them like.
Yes, exactly. And they can't do anything about it because they will volunteer.
It's a bit like the railway located in the opposite direction to east in Somerset.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, the long one.
The longest one in the country. That one.
The long one in Somerset.
the one that's
Longest
falling
standard
down
gauge.
currently.
Hmm. So yeah, but I'm sure we'll enjoy our party train anyway.
Yeah,
we're kind
look,
of-
whatever happens, I'm sure if Lady of Legend is fine, it'll be good. It's a good loco when it works.
This
Okay,
is true.
it seems to have a habit of not working.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's next?
Um,
Let's get away from this
yeah,
conversation.
quick, get away, get away.
We're banned from the Alton Bank Railway permanently.
I don't think it's them who's going to be offended because what we've said is true. It has failed many times and it turned up dirty.
It's just fact.
Yeah, that happened. It's definitely failed many times because the 20's been out, the 47's been out. So, yeah,
Like, I want to like it, but I just can't.
yeah. But yeah, we missed one of the Polar Expresses. I realise because we didn't talk about vintage trains. Polar Expresses.
Mainline one with Clun buildings they used to build in old times.
Big building
For
they used to build in
fuck's
old
sake.
times.
Yeah, it's pretty hellfire from all the videos I've seen. So I've pretty much all the videos I've seen. It's pretty much just been full reg everywhere.
I'm surprised Hellfire isn't one of them.
Reg. I'm gonna take
Oh,
Reg.
for fuck's sake.
Uh,
But yeah, it's been pretty mega. It's top and tails with
20.
20 on the back. Hellfire.
I've been waiting to say 20. I'm surprised it's not on there.
Oh, 20.
No,
Oh, fuck's sake.
it is on there.
What about 2-0 forward?
What?
Yeah, what about single diesel up on bank on load 6?
see, how did I know it would just degrade into this, like at some point?
I did
Fuck's
say,
sake.
you know, I knew it was going to be a good idea because, well, I say good idea. I knew it was going to be a bad idea because by the end of it, we're all just going to be saying them without even thinking.
Probably.
Yeah. So, yeah, what were we saying? The Polar Express on the Vintage Trains
Great.
Polar Express, very epic.
With Clun, large buildings they built in old times.
Yeah, and helicopter locomotive,
They've had
chopper
two
chopper
different-
locomotive.
2 different choppers on it so far.
Yes. Okay.
Chopper is on there.
No, I'm talking about
It's-
helicopters.
No,
Yeah, we're talking about helicopters, so it's
you
allowed.
can't say chopper locomotive. You can't. It's
Well, I
literally
did.
on the list as class 20/chopper.
Oh.
Right, well, I can find that helicopter locomotive.
The Augusta Westland locomotive.
What?
I have you know it's Leonardo now.
Oh, sorry.
Augusta?
Leonardo look.
I don't understand.
They're a helicopter builder in.
Oh,
In Yeovil, yeah. Basically, most of Yeovil's land mass.
so they build choppers.
Right, why did you say that? Why did you do that on purpose?
That would be funny.
Because he's funny.
Was it funny?
Look, I'm
It was
sorry
pretty
to
funny.
anyone who's tuned into this podcast for their dose of actual railway knowledge, which, I mean, that never happens anyway. But just in case you did,
There's been
this
plenty
podcast
of railway
none of
knowledge.
that.
I still
Podcast has
really
nothing.
want to get a line.
You want us? You want to?
Before I forget, shout out to my friend George, who bullied me about this podcast. I love you.
Oh, is he listening to this one?
Probably not. But I had
You
to shout
force
him
them
out.
to.
So
Force them to.
Yeah.
This is the best one yet.
I spent a whole evening not telling them the name of the podcast, and then when I left, I told them the name so they could listen to it when I wasn't there. There it
Yeah,
is.
fair enough.
That's how it is.
Right. So what else have we got to mention here?
That's one thing I want to mention.
Yes.
Pass 450.
Fast
Okay.
forward.
Man.
We gotta be close to the line by now. Yeah, it was on there.
You're very close, but I don't think you're going to get the word that you need.
It's gonna be. What's it gonna be?
Are we trying to get the fucking bingo?
Whoever gets it has to drink loads, so
Go on, Sam.
A Western.
no.
Oh, wait.
I'll be honest. I can't even think of what I put on the list
I
now.
literally
So
don't know.
I'm not really
Um,
sure why you put one of the words that you need to get is a word that I'm not really sure why you put on the list.
Can I have a clue?
doubt
Can I have a
anybody's
clue?
gonna say it.
is
Can
it?
I have
Oh, is it? Is it a beverage?
No.
Oh, okay.
So
Um,
Westerns is fine.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Don't say the beverage.
Oh, actually, rum.
Rum's on there. Oh, wrong one.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That wasn't the sound I was expecting.
Rum is one.
Yeah.
What,
okay.
Can you give me a clue to the one that is needed for a line? Because I want to get it.
Yeah, can
No,
we have a
it's
clue?
this kind of thing where if I give you a clue, then you'll get it.
Wait, I literally have no brain power. I assure you.
All right,
Problem.
Harley.
Go on then.
You wanted to. Well, I say you wanted to. You apparently know nothing about it, but a class 315 got preserved. Who's excited for that?
Elizabeth Line 315 has been preserved, which I think is pretty mega in my
Pretty
opinion,
my lords.
because not many PEP units have been preserved. They've all
Right.
been sent straight to the scrapyard, like 313s and such. I mean,
When
you still
no
have
313 is
313
rescued.
with Southern.
Mm.
They haven't got long left, so if you want to get them while you can, you know.
What, buy them?
No, well, you can buy one if you want. It's probably not very expensive.
I want to buy one where you can. Go for it.
I just meant go on them if you can. If you want to.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think it's pretty
I
cool
need to do
that
that.
one's been preserved because it's not a unit you would usually think that would be preserved. I found out where it's going though, and it surprised me a bit.
Yeah, I was going to say, where is it going to go? What's it gonna
Nefli
do?
and
That
Mirrod are-
Llanelli Railway,
yeah,
where they've got like 3 paces and there's not really anything there.
Oh, the
Where?
railway with 1,000,000 paces. Yeah, I'm not surprised it went there.
and a 73.
Don't they have Don't they have tube stock as well?
Yes.
So it's the perfect railway for it to go to, really, isn't it?
Well, it makes sense, I
I
suppose.
don't know how far that line actually goes.
Not very
Like
far.
a mile, I think.
Sure, less than that, I think.
So what are they going to do? Drag it along with a Gronk, or?
Probably 73, I imagine.
Oh, right, 73, of course. That's pretty epic. That's worth a visit.
Look at this Bluebell. Bluebell gaining a 73 and a thumper. We haven't
This is
spoken about that.
true. We should
Oh,
talk about
right.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
found one of the railways.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm sure he said that already.
No.
no. Don't think so.
Bluebell
Yeah.
are receiving.
We said it
You
again.
muppet.
Yeah,
That
the
railway in Sussex with the wonky track.
yeah, it's receiving.
73113, which was formerly named after the railway with wonky track.
Oh, okay. Formally.
It was named the railway with wonky track. That's a bit weird.
Interesting information with Tom. It was the 73 that was the super shunter at Fairwater Yard that did absolutely nothing because it was too weak.
My
There we go.
lord.
Was it?
That's a good.
Yeah, I
super
don't know. I don't know why that even happened, because that wasn't that like 15 years ago now. It's quite a long time ago, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
but who went a 73 is really powerful actually. I reckon we'll use that as a
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect
It's
shunter.
yeah, they're getting that in the new year, I believe, running in operational condition.
Sorry, are you telling me that a steam railway, specifically steam railway, is getting a diesel?
I know, it's pretty rare.
That's just not. That's not.
They've
possible.
already got it, haven't they? It's in the shed, but they haven't run it yet.
No, it's at Eastleigh Works still. It's gonna have
This
a,
used to be.
it's gonna have some bodywork done and paint, and then it's gonna go
My lords, I can.
operational condition.
I'm gonna be able to see it. It'll go through my way.
Bumper,
some degree.
however, needs bodywork done still, but it runs.
Yeah, they're also getting a thumper. Probably should have said that first. Yeah, they're also getting a thumper going there, which is absolutely disgraceful. I think. I mean, it's a steam railway. How can they?
Let's be honest. If you could have any diesel fleet out of Bluebell, they've really gone for the perfect.
Oh, it's literally perfect, isn't it?
33, 73 and a thumper, perfect.
Yeah, it's literally perfect.
I think
But
we're
yeah,
allowed to talk about.
I think it's a good thing. Well, I have one thing left. I just
Okay,
Are we,
we'll talk about the actual topic because I think I have an idea of what the weird word might be.
all right. Well,
Relates to class
we'll go.
73s.
We'll go through the topic and.
If it's related to class 73s, it is not relevant.
It's not related, or it is.
It's not related to class 73s. Well, I can't imagine how it could possibly be related to class 73s.
I thought it might be dick my butt.
No,
Oh.
it is not Dick Butt.
Was not something we talk about. So
Right. So.
Is it Francis Bourgeois?
No.
Ah,
No.
interesting.
George is anti-Francis Bourgeois. So
Well, we
Yeah,
have-
because he's a major rival on the TikTok scene.
Yes, exactly.
That's true. He's rivaling Railway George, so it's not allowed. Yeah, we have an email to our podcast email, which is pretty rare.
Yeah,
that is mega rare.
Who's it from?
So,
oh yeah, wouldn't you like to know, Harley?
yeah, I'll read it out. The subject is God's Wonderful Railway.
What?
Oh, got any ideas yet, Harley?
Any ideas?
Oh, I know. That's wow.
Does
Very
anyone know?
obvious. Well, it's obviously from Grace.
Correct. We have an email from a listener called Grace,
Yeah.
who
a
says, "Yeah, a listener
Aaron
called
knows well, I heard.
yeah." So she said, "Hi, I am your biggest fan ever, and would like it if you could talk about God's
God's
Wonderful
Wonderful
Railway more. They have this bark of exhaust like the real steam locomotive should have, unlike those alleged efficient but asthmatic sounding multiple blast pipe jobbies used by some nefarious railways. Can you talk more about trains with big circles too, please? The fans need it in their veins. Can we have less Aaron though? Valid.
Yeah, I agree with that actually.
Cheers, guys. Harley stands unite. We need more of him.
Thank you.
Harley,
I
what
appreciate
you know?
that. I
The Harley
appreciate
fan club coming
Thank
out.
Thank
The
you.
singular fan club.
Yeah.
Not even your own girlfriend
Well-
is part of that.
I
She
personally,
hates me. She's messaging me right now. telling me
I personally fully agree with this.
Oh,
I'm a
yeah,
Harley
it's
stan.
Harley Stan. You said Stan twice.
For fuck's sake.
I literally said that on purpose because the moment you said fan, George was like, "Oh, Harley, what? Harley, what?"
Also, you are pretty unfair on Flying Scotsman.
Flying Scotsman.
I
That's the
got
first time you've said it at the podcast, and there it is, ticked off.
Fucking hell.
Dang, that's the big one.
It took that long.
That's 2 drinks as well. You have to take 2 drinks for Flying Scotsman.
Sorry, guys. Don't blame
That's
me.
how
Now
I'm
run
feeling.
out.
Well, Grace.
Blame the email.
In response to this email from Grace,
Well, no, we haven't finished.
No,
Oh,
I'd already like to respond to it. We
No,
definitely
you
will
can't
not be
respond
talking
yet.
about.
It's-
All right,
it's
fine.
not
Go
over.
ahead.
shut up. Let the email be read out.
Also, you're pretty unfair on the money pit. I tune,
You're pretty unfair on.
I tune into every single podcast the day of upload. I look forward to it. I hope you read this and know how appreciative the fandom is of you amazing people. Thank you for being you. Grace Isabel End. P.S. Remember the big circles. Oh.
Thanks for that wonderful email, Grace. Unfortunately, we hate the Great Western Railway. And
Yes.
Was that
Yes.
Great Western
Say it
Railway?
more,
Yes.
please.
Yes. Harley came up for me He said,
Sorry, he did what?
Yeah, you-
Harley
Harley did what to
came
you?
up me. Harley came up me.
He
Right.
came up for me, whatever that's supposed to mean.
You have called Bully Pacifics asthmatic. I know that is aimed at
Oh.
Bully Pacifics.
Yeah, that's
Wrong.
pretty yikes.
Wrong. They could be thrashy. Like, there's a clip on YouTube of Tangmere doing 29 miles an hour out of Heberden. Beautiful. Okay.
Look, the most.
What Loco was doing 29 up Hemden?
Tangmere.
Oh yeah, hang on. That's too.
Say
Look, the
straight.
best locomotive in the world is 506,
No.
and no way
don't
506
think
is
so.
not on there. Not a
don't think
it's
so.
chance.
true. 506 is the
No,
best slogan
it's
in the
not
world.
on there.
Unfortunately, Mere Tang is offbeat already. So
I literally called it the
Mere Tang.
Blackst S15 on the Alton Bank Railway, and to get around it, and I didn't need to. That's the 506.
Yeah, so anything else to say to that email?
big circles doesn't count. Sorry.
Big
What's the
circles
thing?
doesn't
Hold
count.
on. What's the thing that I keep nuking?
You've now got. I'm gonna say you've now got a second word that you won't say. That will get it.
What does that even mean?
Is it 7F?
Oh, we have two
You have two nearly full
things
words.
to cross off.
Is 7F one of them?
7F is.
Of course it is.
Yes.
That's not on the bingo card. Though.
Tom's given up.
This isn't a podcast anymore. This just isn't a
What did
podcast.
you expect?
This is a guessing game.
Right, so, well, that is everything on our list covered.
Right, so I'm gonna desperately try now and get the.
Yeah, let's
last
end the
word.
podcast.
I think
Let's end the
You're not gonna
podcast.
get it.
I am gonna
give us
get
the
it.
clue, George, but try and give us the weakest clue you could possibly give.
I-
Maybe say a letter. Say a letter.
T and I are the first letter of both terms that you
What's a
need
Parkway?
to.
This is Parkway.
Taunton.
Yeah, because Parkway
No.
starts with I.
No, like there's two different things you need to get a full line.
Oh, okay.
But either one will do it. One
Didn't
starts
I
with T, and
say-
one starts with I.
I already said token, didn't I?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not that.
Taunton Station.
No, I already said Taunton.
E and I. Are these both things I added?
Yes.
What? I don't even know. How do I not know?
Because you're drunk.
Yeah. That could be it.
Should we end the podcast because it's probably been going on for over an hour now? And
Alright, yeah, just
I'm sorry, everyone. It's degenerated into an utter farce, as they would say.
Well, that was the point.
I tried to retain order, but thanks to no one in particular, Sam, it's fucking awful.
Yeah, I tried to destroy order and I succeeded. So, Al, to
Wait.
you.
Anyway,
yeah,
thank
I think we should
everyone.
we should say what the words were. Go on, George. What were they?
Third rail. And
Oh, don't
Injector.
touch the third rail.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
There
you
we
see,
go.
I literally thought about
We
saying.
didn't get bingo though.
No,
I
we
thought
didn't.
I was literally going. I literally thought about saying mid-Hans 450, and that would have probably led to injectors.
Yeah.
And third rail,
But
technically.
I
The only,
decided not
the
to.
only clue that came to my mind when Sam was trying to get it was because he just said 450, and that ticked something off. And I was like, well, the one to get bingo is related to 450s.
So
Um,
anyway,
You should have said
Thanks.
that. 'Cause that's still obscure.
thanks for listening, everyone. If you made it this far, you probably
Yeah.
did. There's nothing,
Yeah.
there's been nothing useful in this podcast for the last
We
hour.
wouldn't blame you if you turned off half an hour ago, to be honest, because I'd say the interesting chat probably finished when I stopped talking about my Wally review.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We
Yeah.
talked about the 159 from Backman. That's very useful.
Don't say them words.
We talked about Simon Kohler from Hornby.
No.
Sam, shut up. I'm going to delete you from my life in a minute if you keep talking. Sorry.
Oh, I just noticed there's
Oh,
another one. There's another one you could have had, but I only just noticed. You could have also, if you said LSL, that would have also.
Oh, we
Oh,
didn't
we
say
We didn't even speak about LSL at all.
47 push pull tour. 47 push pull. Did
We already talked about that in the last episode.
we? I can't remember.
Yeah. We're too drunk. All right. Well, thanks for listening, everyone. That was our Christmas special.
Yeah. I hope you didn't enjoy it because it was terrible. But there you
Yeah, it became chaos.
go. Well, in the new
Um,
year, we'll be back more serious, I think.
Yes,
No.
we will be
I
back
don't know
more
what
regularly, hopefully.
Merry Christmas from smelly Barcelona.
Merry Christmas from the bins of Barcelona.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
Christmas,
from the man
everyone.
urinating on the bins in Barcelona.
Oh my God, what's that I hear?
Christmas, woo!
Merry
He's bringing me General Steam
Christmas.
navigation in Steam. Woo!
Yes,
Oh,
that's
it's-
what I want for
it's
Christmas.
Oh,
It's
God.
Father Brunel.
Oh, Brunel.